another week. Northwoods News. Coy with Bushwood here.
Carl with a K with Bushwood. How y'all doing?
Spring is sprung.
Yeah, here, I don't even have a jacket on. Look
Another
at
week. Still less things happening. Places are taking a spring break.
Yeah, but it's starting to liven up. Traffic is picking up now. I mean, as soon as the sun comes out, people like it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's the way I see it.
A few things going on. What you got?
Oh, I got, let's see, the 11th, this Thursday, all-you-can-eat smelt fry at Sloan's in Arborvitae.
All right. They must have not ate
They ate it all up the last
They
time.
ate it the last time.
Or bought some more.
All right. Then Saturday, everybody's getting all their stuff out, getting the boats out, get ready to ride. Northwoods Harley Davidson, Saturday the 13th. The specials on oil changes and free food and drinks. That's 11 to 2.
Oh.
Northern Lights Harley, north of town.
You got a Harley?
Yeah.
You look like a biker kind of guy.
Yeah, you know. My dad had one. Wouldn't let me ride it unless I took the safety course. I took the safety course and sit down still. He still can't ride it. Okay. No, I do not.
Well, on Saturday the 20th, we have a Spam cook-off at Max Z in Lake Tom. Max Z? Did I say that right?
Sure.
Okay.
Max Z. We got by the Spam factory, all those advertisements in Minnesota all the time.
Oh, really?
Also, lots of stuff going on at North Lakeland Discovery Center. So check that out. Everything from baking classes to crane counts. Check out that, and they got a lot of cool stuff there. Manny Waters, discoverycenter.net. So check that out.
Okay.
And why don't we send it to Jay on the weather deck? See what he's got to say.
Hey everyone, we're back on the weather deck. Jason Sloan here. Been a while. Was not on last week's episode, and the comments that came in were overwhelmingly that maybe I shouldn't be on anymore from going forward, but that's the breaks. Brought to you by Dock Shop as usual. Big thanks to those guys for supporting the show. And this year the lakes are down with the weather, with the lack of snow all winter, and one of the things that they're seeing a big demand for is dock extensions. And it's something, when the water comes up, well, you've got a larger dock, and so it's a win-win. Hit them up for that. I have contact info as usual. Early spring brought back to reality. Lakes thawed, then they refroze. Now we're back on track for normalcy. Panfish should begin moving shallow with the warm, rainy weather in the forecast for the next week and a half, averaging mid-50s for the next 9-10 days. Couple days pushing the 60s, some a little cooler, but just that nice gradual warm up that we don't usually get. Usually goes right from winter to summer. Of course, the fishing on Lake Michigan is world class and shows itself throughout the year, especially in the spring. Walleyes on the west shore, pike as well, mixed bags. Smallmouth will start showing up. A lot of people don't realize you'll start seeing them on some of the transition areas. You get some real giants, and steelhead from Algoma all the way down to Kenosha, and the big browns as well. If you want to really watch some informative videos on the Lake Michigan trout, look up Eric Hadia, and I'll have a link to his videos in the description. But just great information. The guy's all over those steelhead and browns. And for guides, you can look at Jeff Van Remortel, friend of the show. He's probably booked out, but maybe he can point you in the direction of a guy that's maybe got a couple cancellations. Brett Jolly up on the west shore. And as far as up here, Keith Worrell, good friend of the show with the panfish. There's ice out. Those panfish are going to be going in. So look up Keith, and I'll have, like I said, links to all of that. And for more specifics, you can always go to the Bushwood Facebook page for links to local fishing reports. And again, looking at construction coming up, all that. JDS Construction, finished carpentry, remodels, drywall, interior, exterior, paint and stain, and decks refinished and built. Let's send it back over to Coy and Carl.
Okay, and if you're down for taking a little road trip, there's some stuff going on weekend April 10th through the 12th, Central Wisconsin Horse Sale. Back to the horses, that's all the way down in Neilsville.
You like horses, don't you?
No.
You always talk about them, though. And then on April 13th and 14th in Wisconsin Prairie, Chicken Festival in Wisconsin Rapids. So, how about that?
Yep, and the old alma mater, April 12th through the 14th, the world's largest trivia contest, Stevens Point, the
I've heard of that.
the UWFB radio station. So I know that people participate in that all over the world.
Okay.
You obviously don't need to be there to participate. So that's pretty cool.
And if you happen to be a Jerry Seinfeld fan and enjoyed his show in Green Bay on the 20th, Jerry will be doing a stand-up there. So check him out if you're interested.
We went and saw that in Minneapolis last fall.
It was pretty good.
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
So you kind of think to yourself, well, what would be different about seeing it in person than just watching it on YouTube or whatever. But it was different. It was pretty cool. And he's a little different than he is.
Is he naughty?
Typically. More than I thought he would be. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
he's not one of my favorite stand-ups, but he does a good job. I mean, that's just my opinion, and for whatever it's worth.
Yeah.
I like Kramer better. Anyways.
Can I help you?
Yeah, Dr. Cosmo Kramer, proctology.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, thanks. Have a good day.
All right. Now let's go to sports with Danny, my future son-in-law's brother,
Okay.
and see what he's got going.
What's up, Bushwood Bozos? This is Sportsman Dan with your sports recap and preview for this week in sports. Ah, what a nice Pabst Blue Ribbon. So, women's college hoops, Iowa Hawkeyes, South Carolina Gamecocks, Caitlin Clark, Dawn Staley's crew down in South Carolina. Big matchup, national championship. There was a lot of Iowa Hawkeye fans at the old Bushwood Tavern this past weekend. Unfortunately, Iowa fell to South Carolina. The Gamecocks finished off their perfect season, and got to give it to Dawn Staley and her crew. They got a really, really good ball team down there. So that was a lot of fun to tune into this past weekend with the Final Four for women's. Men's is going to be Monday night. We're recording this before, so I don't really know how that ended, but my guess is UConn. I'll go with UConn as my pick. Baseball, Brewers, they just finished up a 3-game series at home against the Seattle Mariners, and they took 2 out of 3 there. Now they're on the road down in Cincinnati at Great American Ballpark. Usually a lot of runs scored in that series, so something to tune into there. And then this weekend, they go to Baltimore to take on the Orioles. Corbin Burns is now an Oriole, so a little bittersweet for Brewers fans like myself. Friday night's game is on Apple TV, so be aware of that. Saturday and Sunday's game is on Bally Sports. So if you're looking for the game Friday night and you don't have Apple TV, sorry, don't know what to tell you. That's just the world we live in now these days. NFL, not a lot going on, but there is the NFL draft coming up in a few weeks. Thursday, April 25th. The Packers are picking, I think it's somewhere in the middle 20s, 25, 26. Bears kick off the draft with the number 1 overall pick. I know they're looking at a quarterback, Caleb Williams, but you never know. A lot of things could happen between now and then. Other than that, if you're into Lakeland sports, check out the Lakeland Sports website. We got baseball, softball, women's soccer, track and field. I think there might be tennis. I don't know. I wasn't a tennis player, but I was a baseball player. So maybe go down and catch a ball game, support Lakeland Sports and everything they got going down there in Minocqua. Other than that, I'm signing off. We'll talk to you soon, and I'm going to kick it back to Carl and Coy. Take care.
All right. Well, things few and far in between, but there's still some stuff happening. People coming out with the good weather. So we're staying open every day at Bushwood, 3 o'clock.
Every day.
There's a lot of places that are closing up, taking a little break. So make sure you check before you make a long drive someplace. But there's definitely still places to go.
Well, I hope on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. The last 3 weeks, I've had snowstorms every night for my shift. Hopefully the snow is gone. But anyways, come on out Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Carl with a K. We'll have a little fun.
All right. See you next time.
Take care.
Cool.
Boy, is this great!
Now finish it, Flounder.